I need to put heals on and ammo and I'll be good.
Kenapa, Bi? Okay.
I had a Raider Hedge key in my safe pocket. I got 5 surge rechargers, 3 motherfucking 5 sterile bandages. This kit is dope, bro, because I can like I have augmented slots for my heals, so I can literally bring 4 different types of grenades right now. I got heavy fuse, I got seekers, trigger nades, and trailblazers. Actually, I'm gonna trade the trailblazers for the fireballs, the fire burgers, because them shits can cut off a flank. Alright, what map do you want? I lost my key, so. Fuck it, we'll do the same thing. Yeah, it's my last one. We're good, we'll just get goop and try to be low key and kill niggas. I got a Raider Hutch key.
You'd venture out at a time like this? You must really want some candleberries if you'd risk severe frostbite for them.
Late lobby too, fuck. Somebody at exfil. Of course I get hit by a pop right when I get to the bottom of the stairs. They're on the other side. Oh, did they leave already? Fuck me. The shit was blinking, am I wrong? It was blinking green. They must have gotten out because it says call Metro. You want to ride it for a minute? Alright. I'll watch the other side. Should I call it to make people try to come down? On top of my stairs, I got shots. Yep. I'm watching your 6 while you watch the stairs. Alright. I hear aggro dark. Yep, you hear that? Welcome. Seven minutes on this exfil. Okay. Hold on. You should have let him come down. You should have let him come down further.
The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Nice. Oh, that was you? Oh, fuck. Call back.
Will you let me get out? I really need power cells. I'll drop all my other shit.
Just wait till the train leaves and then come down. Oh, they're both down.
Wait, let me leave with my power cells?
Sounded sad as shit. You just wanted to keep your Toro 4. You had one power cell, bitch.
Hey, advanced arc power cell.
I'm leaving with your power cells. I'm watching the other side. I didn't mean to ping. You just wanted to leave with your kitted Toro 4 and your kitted annual 4. You got no goddamn power cells. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna fire burger off these stairs. I'm watching the other side. Good shit, man. I thought that I didn't think that other player went down too. I thought they were out at the top, so I was watching. Otherwise, I would have picked you up right away. Three defibs. Oh fuck! You just hooked me up, man. All right, I'm gonna hop off. All right, take it easy, my boy. Good night. Love you too, bro.
Good to see you. Closing rails, reruns, go, forklift, spin the chargers.
Anyone in a spaceport? Someone just managed to override the outskirts bunker security system, and every gang in Toledo is scrambling to get their hands on whatever's inside. Don't let this opportunity go to waste.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Hello, sir. We're friendly. Hello. We're friendly. I swear to God, we're chilling, dude. I swear to God. Yeah, we're friendly.
In that building.
Hey, that team in there is not friendly, boys.
Rocketeer. There. Attention Raiders, the east antenna has been successfully activated.
This is the Sony a6100 mirrorless camera. It is their entry-level camera right now, and it is a 24 megapixel APS size sensor, very compact, very lightweight, has very smart autofocus for tracking moving subjects in stills and in video. And in stills, if you're shooting continuous, it'll shoot 11 frames per second. In video land, great for vloggers because the screen will pop up over the top so you can see what you're doing. It'll tilt around as a touch screen. We'll shoot 4K, great looking HD video as well. So if you're looking for a Sony mirrorless camera, the a6100 is a great place to start. This is the Sony a6100 mirrorless camera.
My name is Jason Vong, and today we're going to set up your Sony a6100 for both photography and vlogging. Just a quick heads up, we'll be doing a full menu run through of the Sony a6100. Please feel free to use the time codes here on the left to skip to a certain section of your choice. And this helpful guide is brought to you by our friends over at Squarespace. Without further a6 photography, my name is helpful guide is the time codes here on the left to skip to a certain section of your choice. And this helpful guide is brought to you by our friends over at Squarespace. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First off, if you're absolutely new to using an interchangeable lens camera, as in you have no clue what shutter speed, aperture, or ISO means, take advantage of the options on your dial. Starting off with auto, this lets the camera decide the best settings for you. We're jumping ahead of ourselves here, but if you go into your menu, tab 1, page 3, you can select between Intelligent Auto and Superior Auto. Choose Intelligent for scenes with a lot of light, and choose Superior for low light and nighttime scenes. Moving on to the next option, SCN, which means scene. This narrows down the auto options to specific photo scenarios you're trying to achieve. Once you're in this mode, you can go into your menu, again tab 1, page 3, and choose whether you're shooting portraits, sports, macro, or whatever else, and your camera will decide what's the best settings to achieve what you want. Moving on to P, A, and S. P stands for program auto, A stands for aperture priority, S stands for shutter priority. This will require some understanding of photography. As good as some of the auto features are on the camera, oftentimes it won't get the image exactly how you want it. These settings here help control a certain setting, while the rest is determined by the camera. I'll have some resources linked below to help you understand how each of these works. Moving on to M, M stands for manual. This is where you set every single setting yourself: aperture, shutter speed, ISO. In time, once you get really good with your camera, you'll be able to shoot in manual. The rest of the dial we'll come back to as we'll explore the menu. So let's finally go ahead and jump into tab 1, page 1 of the menu system. By the way, anytime you see these icons, these just mean it only affects either photo or video. If it doesn't have an icon, it usually means it affects both. Starting off with file format, without going into a debate between shooting RAW or JPEG, I'll make this simple for you. If you're not planning on editing a lot of photos or even at all, just shoot JPEG only. The images that will come out will look exactly as how you will see it in camera.
In August of 2020, I decided to upgrade my camera. I had an older DSLR, I had a Nikon D3300, but when I knew that for my main job, which is a high school math teacher, I was gonna have to start out the school year streaming live my classes constantly, I wanted to offer some good production values on that. I wanted to do better than a webcam. And I found out that my Nikon was missing some important features to function for that use case. And I also knew in the back of my mind that I was interested in starting a YouTube channel related to tech, which I've actually done now, and it's seen huge growth. I have over 2,000 subscribers in my first month, and I just qualified for like monetizing ads and things like that, and I never thought the channel would grow that fast. And that's not the point of this video. But I do want to say that one of the main comments I got from people who viewed my on the Sony a6100 camera, and again, that's to replace my older Nikon D3300 camera. And I did a lot of research to figure out that this was the right camera for me. And I've been using it for a few months now, and like I said, I've had huge success with it on my YouTube channel, and I've also had huge success with it live streaming my classes in my classroom. So let me tell you first about the main reasons why I chose this camera, meaning what's so good about it for both live streaming and for video production. But then, now that I've used it for a while, I'm also going to get into what are any cons that I've noticed, what's any reasons why you might not want to use this camera, or just things to be aware of if you do buy the camera that you'll have to deal with. I also want to related content, so you could subscribe to the channel if you're interested in that. I also, like I said, plan on doing some follow-up videos about the audio equipment. By the way, on the topic of audio, I do want to mention that I'm doing this still as a hobby. It has to fit in so much that I picked. And before I go any farther, I do want to mention also that I'm not shooting on the kit lenses. So I do want everybody to be aware of that as you're viewing this image quality. This is done on a separate lens that I bought to attach to the camera. I bought a Sigma f1.4 aperture 16mm lens after doing some research, because this particular lens has a nice wide field of view, has a really nice high quality shot, but it doesn't have any zoom. So keep that in mind if you do want to purchase this lens. Now, I think you'd be fine just going with the kit lenses and maybe upgrading lenses in the first place. And I actually regret that I didn't buy the kit lenses, because it would have added a little bit of cost, and I was on a really tight budget when I did this. But those lenses do have different zoom settings that I just don't have right now, and I regret not getting them because it's going to be way more expensive if I buy extra lenses to make up for that in the future, because you get a better deal on them if you buy them as part of the kit. Anyway, so the image quality you're seeing here is coming from that A6100 camera, but not through one of the kit lenses. So just be aware of that, and I don't have those kit lenses to show that to you. So getting back to why I selected this. So the main reason, I'll explain it why did my Nikon camera not work out? Well, number one, to do live streaming, which I sometimes will live stream 8 hours a day for my job teaching online right now. And in that situation, I need a camera that can stay on and live stream without interruption for 8 hours. And the Nikon could not do that. And a lot of other cameras can't either. You want to make sure that you double check whatever camera you're getting, whether it's this A6100 or not, that it does not shut itself off due to either overheating or it's just a built-in protective feature or something like that. And a lot of cameras do, including my old Nikon. So your camera needs to be able to stay on. And I can guarantee you guys that this one, out of the box, without me having to fiddle with anything, will stay on for an 8-hour day of live streaming, and it does it like a champ, and I do that multiple days per week for a couple of months now. This absolutely knocks that out of the park. Now, I will mention that if that's going to be one of your use cases, you should buy a dummy battery, because the battery is not going to get you 8 hours. I think it'll get you more like 2 hours or so. So definitely get a dummy battery that you can put in there, and I'm going to link, if I can find them, the stuff in the description of this video. I'm not an Amazon affiliate at this point, so I don't make any money off you buying it off those links, but I do want to give you information about the equipment that I'm using. So again, that was a big thing, was the ability to stay on for a live stream. Now, the other thing that you really need for a live streaming camera is you need clean HDMI output. Now, what that means is I'm running, when I live stream, a HDMI cord out of the camera and into a capture card that goes into my computer. By the way, I use a cheap $20 capture card, which I'll link here and I might do a video about in the future. If you just need basic 1080p 30 frames per second or 720p 60 frames per second, which is more than enough for a little camera in the corner when you're gaming, or for when I'm live streaming just through Zoom or something like that. It's $20, guys, and it's amazing. I actually bought 2 of them. But the point is, you do need clean HDMI output. Here's what I mean by that. Some cameras, when you output the HDMI signal, they insert things like the focus ring, the image settings, your aperture, your shutter speed, all of those things. A lot of times those are inserted on the video feed, and that would go into your computer and would become part of your broadcast. And there are cameras where you cannot turn those off, and so that is something you absolutely have to research when thinking about a live streaming camera. You need clean HDMI output, and I can once again guarantee you that the Sony a6100 camera has it. My Nikon actually did have that feature, but another feature that it didn't have, at least not very good quality for, was autofocus. Again, my Nikon camera could autofocus, but if I moved in like this and moved back out, I'd go in and out of focus, and it would take it a while to adjust, and you'd actually hear the servos like turning, it'd be like, and that would actually pick up in my microphone and people could hear it happening. And it was very visible and a lot of times it wasn't very effective. So the autofocus is a big deal if you're gonna be moving in and out of your shot. Let me demonstrate how fast this thing can autofocus. Watch it focus